Apparently, you're going to be today at G7, giving a talk to everybody in G7, and I know fine well what it's going to be about: endangered species and looking after the planet and all the rest of it. Well, I have got the greatest respect for you, but you have not been looking yourself for a little while. You're getting pretty desperate now that you're getting near the time. And that's because you've not achieved what you were trying to achieve or whatever. Well, I've got news for you. Your cleverness is God's foolishness. That's what I was told. That's what I'm aware of. But I'm trying to help you. You gave something to Prince George that was a tooth that you got from Malta, and you were no sooner you handed it to him, and the press are there, etc. And he's delighted. But he's only a wee boy. He's only a wee royal boy. And it was from Malta. And it was no sooner put on the press, and Malta got into the press and said that you had no right to take that away from Malta. That was something that was prehistoric, and it came from Malta, and therefore it was for Malta's sake. Now, Malta. I've been to Malta. I've seen it. Wow. They really know how to harness water. And they've got boozy all over the place. Every building has got a well at the bottom of it. They catch the rainwater and it goes down there, and they can take it from, and they manage to feed themselves as well. But they were the only island that held out during the war. And they held out, and they held out, and they held out. And when the war was over, King George gave them the George Cross, the only island to have a George Cross all to themselves. So that's a great stick you've made for the back for the wee fella. So it's up to you. I was thinking, and I said, it's in my magazine, to say to Harry that maybe he could ask his granda, because his granny and granda were very happy there, but the king was very happy there as well. And when Churchill wanted to be going in with the D-Day landing, Clementine had to phone the king to say, and he had to tell him, you can't do that because the people are depending on you. What if anything happened to you? And it's the same for me. So that was it. But as soon as the war was over, King George went to Malta. He went to Malta. So, endangered species. I'm not finished yet. BBC, they've made a hell of a lot of money out of your stuff. But there's another thing. You're saying everything comes from the sea, and that, and with you saying that, there are people all over the world that don't believe anything else except what it says in the Bible. Some of them believe that the truth is there in the Bible. But the Bible's actually a historical document. But the truth is in the Bible. But the Bible isn't truth. So, when you say things like that, but they've just discovered up in Scotland, and it's a university from England that's been given the wherewithal to do their geologist up there, and they've discovered that, no, we just did not come from the sea. We came from the land as well, because they've got absolute proof, and they've taken it all the way down to England. Excuse me. But that's it, because we're done with you. We're done with England. Done with you. So, as soon as you can get to that person that has reported that, it's only just a week ago. Because that belongs back up here. Because We are sick. Well, I'm sick. Don't know about the rest of the people in Scotland who are sick about it, but I'm certainly sick. So sick that there's no time before the cross for me. And so what I'm saying to you is, there's the border, that's it. Off you go. So, endangered species, back to that again. On the islands, we're the endangered species. You can't kill the gulls if they're sitting in their nest. And we've got special seeds for special... What do you think we make whiskey with? What do you think we came here for? Are you no connected up right up top? You're only dealing with the one discipline. There are other disciplines. There's Linnaeus. And there's the fact that it has been proven that there are times when the balance changes and everything changes. And as far as Darwin is concerned and the origin of the species, I've got all the books on it. But he wasn't the first to work all that out. No, it was Enlightenment, and it was done up in Scotland, and it was up in Kirkcudbright, up Stonehaven way, many years before Darwin. And then Hitler gets the idea that, the master race, Facebook would cause World War III. You're the next one. It's the summer solstice tonight. Really? Yeah. So as I say, I said to Harry, and I put it in print, ask your granda about it. So I'm telling you, and I'm telling, just wait a wee minute, I'm telling Her Majesty as well. I'm asking this man, ma'am, that he writes an apology to you, and that he hands it to somebody, and that he doesn't see you about it, and I don't want you to talk to him about it. I'm telling you, do not do that. He has to apologise, and he has to go to Malta, and he has to tell the people in Malta that what he did, and that he's sorry to them that he did that, and that he made it a target for the wee fella. Look at the state of your boys. Look at the state of Harry and William. Because of what happened to Diana. So I'm telling you, ma'am, I'm telling you, ma'am, I'm telling you, ma'am. There you are. And so, Sir David, the world is in chaos. But do you not think that the politicians all love that, And then you've got all the cronies and everybody. Peter Keenan, fame and fortune. He didn't seek it. That wasn't what he was after. But he was got at by all of them, because every time somebody's famous, around about him there's circles and circles of the hangers-oners and the grabbers and the thieves and the robbers, And I researched everything concerning Peter. He was one of the richest men in this country, and he finished up well, for I looked after him. And I'm a nurse. And if you do not listen to me as a nurse for your health, well then hell scud it all the way home to you, Hell scud it all the way home. I actually want you to acknowledge to me that you've seen this and that you understand. I do not wish to speak to you. I've got no time before the cross for anything else. You're just going to have to work it all out yourself, but I would like an acknowledgement from you that you have heard and understood exactly everything that I have said, whether you say yes or no or whatever. Greatest of respect for you, Sir David. Greatest of respect for the fact that I want you to live, and I want you to be happy, and I want you to be content. Don't be upset about anything. This world belongs to God. God made this world. And when we're all dead and gone, the world will still be here. One of the oldest things there are the cucaracha. The cucaracha. They were here before the dinosaurs and everybody else. Hasta la vista. Hasta la vista.